Hi, everyone. I am Liesl Murdoch-Pereira, and I'm an assistant professor in the Department of Early Childhood Studies and a member of the Nourot Memorial Scholarship Committee. And this is Lisa Pollack, and she's also a professor in our Department of Early Childhood Studies. And we're delighted to be able to introduce and talk a little bit about this year's awardee, Sarai Islas.
The award for that we are discussing, the Patricia Nourot Memorial Scholarship, is in honor of Dr. Patricia Nourot, who was a professor at Sonoma State University in the School of Education from 1988 to her retirement in 2004. During her tenure, she was a coordinator of the Early Childhood Credential and the Early Childhood Master's degree. Pat was a scholar in early childhood education and a renowned researcher on play. In her work and in her interactions with students and colleagues, Pat shared her enthusiasm, generosity, and her commitment to social justice.
And related to that commitment to social justice, we wanted to share a quotation from Sarai's scholarship application because we thought it spoke so well to her incredible strength and also to Pat's commitment to social justice as well. Sarai says, "I have the confidence to speak up for injustices. As a child, I was bullied in school and it made me feel less than everyone else. As I grew up, I decided to stand up for those who couldn't do it for themselves. As I am learning about families in our school systems, I see the discrepancy between which students and school districts are given high-quality education."
As a first-generation college student, Sarai has worked diligently to come to Sonoma State. She maintains an exemplary GPA while completing the requirements for her major, a minor in Spanish, and also working as an assistant director in an after-school program. She continually demonstrates her commitment to children and families and hopes to teach in underrepresented communities after she graduates.
Sarai is also an incredibly thoughtful, aware, and responsive and conscientious student and citizen. She considers deeply what she writes and says, is willing to question her biases, and recognizes the strength and resilience that comes from her background and family in her work. She always brings her best self, whether engaging with families in the community or participating in group discussions. Sarai embodies the care for others, for children and families, for her colleagues, and for those she serves through her work that Pat Nourot was known for. We are delighted to honor her for her resilience, persistence, and her ongoing work in our community.
Congratulations.
Hooray!
Hi, I'm happy to say a few words about Daniel Campos, whom I nominated for the Donaldson Scholarship, and he received. Danny is completing the single subject credential program this semester in Spanish. He's an outstanding candidate. In fact, I just finished completing his final evaluation meeting this morning. Danny grew up in Napa and has been committed since I met him at the age of 19 to giving back to that community by teaching in the public schools in Napa. He's the first candidate in our cohort to have secured a full-time job in Fairfield at Rodriguez High School, where he'll be teaching Spanish 2 and 3. He's one of the most just committed, driven, focused, professional, kind, responsible, and just respectful candidates I've taught. I had to remind myself over and over again that he was only, I think, 21. He just seems much older than his years. Danny was also one of the first candidates to successfully complete the EdTPA this semester, so I'm very, very pleased to have nominated Daniel for the scholarship.
Congratulations, Malik, for being awarded the George Elliott Exemplary Student Teacher Scholarship. You know, I knew the first time I entered that band classroom that you were going to be an outstanding educator. You already had the right combination: compassion for students and high standards for excellence for your craft. Hey, continue to guide those students on their academic and social journeys while always expecting the best from them. Congratulations, Malik. We're so very proud of you.
Hello, my name is Lynn Lyle, and I'm a lecturer in the Early Childhood Studies Department. It is my honor to recognize Leah Thompson-Clark, who is receiving the School of Education Circle of Excellence Award. Leah received both her BA and MA degrees from Sonoma State University and has been the director of the Children's School since 1997. Leah attained an elementary teaching credential from London University in the late 70s. She taught and was director of the Gazebo Park School at Esalen Institute in Big Sur, California for 10 years. Leah moved to Ohio and taught at North Central Technical College and then became director of the Gazebo School Park, Kenyon College, Gambier, Ohio. When the position of director at Sonoma State Children's School became vacant, Leah was encouraged by SSU early childhood professor Pat Nourot to apply. Leah became the director in 1997. Over the past 23 years, Leah has taught and guided many parents, student assistants, and children's school faculty to create a unique, one-of-a-kind National Association for the Education of Young Children accredited program. In addition to her work at Sonoma State, Leah has been president of the Sonoma County Association for the Education of Young Children, a member of Sonoma County Directors Consortium, Council of California State University Children's Centers, and the National Coalition for Campus Children's Centers. Leah has presented at local, state, and national early education conferences. Why Leah deserves this award of excellence is evident in her strong and unyielding commitment to high-quality early education programs for young children without a waver of doubt about the power of our field in shaping lives. When I think of Leah Thompson-Clark and her contributions to the local community in the field of early education, she has shown excellence in supporting our community of educators and meeting the needs of young children and their families, always thinking of equity and fairness, whether she is supporting a child, a family, a member of this children's school team, or someone in the campus community. And she stays true to these tenets. Start with the youngest. The future is not some place we are going to, it is the place we are creating. And the most important goal is to create leaders who have a fundamental understanding to know that we are interrelated and interdependent with all living systems. Leaders who can hold and evolve the sacred space between humans and the world. Leah Thompson-Clark is teacher, leader, and authentic believer that best practice should not be marginalized. Congratulations, Leah.
Hi, Leah. I just want to say congratulations, and I just feel so blessed that you do the work you do, and I love, love, love your focus on the outdoors and exploration and project-based work, life, all of that. Just feels so meaningful. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next year. Take care.
Silvia, on behalf of the faculty from the Curriculum Studies and Secondary Education Department, I am pleased and proud to present to you the Circle of Excellence Award for 2020. The Circle of Excellence Award is given in recognition of your success as a teacher, teacher educator, and teacher leader, and is meant to acknowledge the many contributions you have made to students, schools, and to our community. You were selected for this award because of your dedication and commitment to preparing secondary Spanish teachers and your outstanding service to the field of world language teacher professional development. In your role as a mentor teacher in the classroom and a teacher educator in the single subjects credential program, you have consistently embodied an expert example of effective teaching and highly valued mentorship to your pre-service Spanish teachers. As a world language educator, you exemplify a well-respected and highly engaged leader in your field. So again, on behalf of the faculty in Curriculum Studies and Secondary Education, congratulations on your receipt of this award. It is much deserved.
Julianne Kubina earned her Education Specialist credential and her master's degree here at Sonoma State. She was a graduate student who excelled by earning top grades in her classes and in the work she produced for her assignments. Other students spoke of Julianne in high regard as someone friendly and collegial with whom they enjoyed working. Her Cognate project was entitled, So You Think You're an Adult? A survival guide for life after high school. It was a handbook for young adults with identified disabilities to learn about college, employment, and the life skills required of any young adult, along with the legal parameters, supports, and accommodations afforded in higher education, communities, and the workplace. Julianne is currently employed by Petaluma City Schools as the Workability Coordinator and is highly regarded by her colleagues. Julianne returned to Sonoma State as an adjunct instructor, teaching our Foundations in Special Education course and our Assistive Technology online course. Dr. Suzanne O'Keefe speaks highly of Julianne and has stated that Julianne spent many hours in her class learning the course to be prepared to teach it the following semester. And I can attest to Julianne's eagerness to learn her way through the Assistive Technology course, along with learning the learning management system and delivering online content. It's always wonderful when one of our graduates steps up to join the rank of instructors in our program, but it's been especially nice with Julianne Kubina. Congratulations, and thank you for your excellent and stellar contribution to teaching, our community, and the Education Specialist program here at Sonoma State.
My name is Paula Lane, Chair of the Department of Literacy Studies and Elementary Education, home of the Multiple Subjects Teaching Credential Program. It's my great pleasure to record this testimonial for the Department's Circle of Excellence Awardee for the academic year 2019-2020, Steele Lane Elementary. The current field site supervisor, Cinzia Forasiepi, could not join me today, but she helped with the details I am sharing here now. We have placed student teachers at Steele Lane for several years. As a constant and willing partner school, Steele Lane mentor teachers and administration have supported our candidates through every challenge, and there have been many. The past few years have seen individual student-teacher issues as well as extreme social and contextual problems to deal with in the school and in Santa Rosa. Fires, school closures, children and families in need, poor air quality, active shooter protocols, and most recently, COVID-19 pandemic. Through all of these scary and painful events, somehow, student teachers have learned how to be a teacher and thrive. They never quit and report that they love the whole scene, the kids, teachers, classroom, programs, curriculum, field trips, projects, and every aspect of that which is offered at Steele Lane. They love it, and so do we. Steele Lane is many things, a learning laboratory for all of us in teacher education, with a large bilingual population, significant SES realities to appreciate and confront, technology needs for everyone, and of course, every usual problem of society in the world today seen in all suburban Northern California public institutions. It's a wonderful place to be a student teacher because the mentor teachers and volunteers are helpful, supportive, and kind and understanding of the student teachers, allowing them to stretch and to become the best new teachers they can be. We honor the mentor teachers of Steele Lane. From this current year and years past, we can always count on you to be leaders, with our credential candidates sharing your expertise, mentoring the novices, and problem solving with us for the benefit of each candidate as they move through the classroom in their early field experience or part-time, as well as in full-time student teaching. You give over your classrooms, allowing the student teachers to try out ideas, perhaps even make some mistakes, from which they can learn enormous lessons, and you do so with grace and patience. Thank you. We cannot do our work without you. In fact, we can't do it without any of our partners, and you make us look better. Congratulations on being selected by our department as our version of a great place to learn, as our Circle of Excellence awardee site. Thank you, Steele Lane teachers.
Hello, my name is Jennifer Lockwood and I am the director of Willits Charter School. Willits, California is a small rural town known as the gateway to the Redwoods. Willits Charter School is a small Title I school serving grades 6th through 12th, and our mission is to enable students to reach their fullest potential by providing them with a high-quality, personalized education in a safe and supportive environment. Willits Charter is part of the first wave of charter schools in California, having been around for 21 years. The focus of our school is on the arts and sciences. Willits Charter School incorporates the arts, humanities, sciences, and physical education throughout our curriculum at all levels. Many schools struggle to find time in their schedules to teach life skills, art, theater, and music, tutor small groups, provide enrichment to gifted learners, and meet high school students' needs such as driver's ed, senior projects, internships, coding, and honors labs, to name a few. Our solution to this problem was to create a completely different schedule for our students called Friday Academies.
I love Friday Academy classes. This is a day for me to do the kinds of things I want to know how to do. In my Friday Academy classes, I get the chance to use skills I learned during the week. For example, in set design, I have to use math to measure and figure out a lot of problems. I also learn how to use power tools and actually get to build things. In Kung Fu, I learn how to calm myself. In Science Fair Workshop, I get to apply my science skills and dig deeper into my science fair projects. People in Willits come to teach classes too. Mr. Job has a Native American club that meets during Friday Academy time. A lot of my friends in that class have a chance to learn about their culture and history. Mr. Danny, my Kung Fu teacher, has a business in town, but he finds the time to come in and teach us about Kung Fu. This is a great way to meet members of the community. Another good thing about Friday Academy is that the teachers are a lot more relaxed. Sometimes it feels like we are all learning things at the same time because we are usually working together on amazing projects.
We would like to sincerely thank you for watching our video and learning about our Friday Academy program. Please visit our website at www.willitscharter.org for information about our school, and we sincerely thank you for the honor of receiving the Jack London Award for Educational Innovation.
Hi, my name's Cliff, and I'm a teacher at Liberty High School, and I want to tell you about one of my students named Nate. Nate was lucky enough to be able to get an internship with a glass blowing company his senior year. Before that, Nate had been in trouble. He had some issues, substance abuse issues, and he was coming to school sporadically, and when he did, he wasn't doing his work. After this internship, he created this relationship with this mentor who held him accountable. And Nate rose to the occasion, and he ended up coming to school every day. He ended up making up a ton of credits and graduating. And I can say and speak to the power of these internships that it changed his life for the better. And probably he would not have graduated if it weren't for this internship. And actually, he was the salutatorian at our graduation.
I'm 16 years old and I'm currently a junior at Liberty High School. I'm a part of the Youth Career 2020 program at the Marine Mammal Center in Sausalito. Through this internship, I work hands-on with marine mammals, more specifically seals, and in this hospital, we go out all across the coast of California, rescue injured or stranded seals, bring them back to our hospital, and get them back to health with the main goal of releasing them back to the wild. My main jobs at this internship are to make formula for our tube-fed seals, feed whole fish to the seals, chart, watch their behavior, and overall make an analysis and help my team do their job and get the seals back to health. This has been such an amazing opportunity, and I really love what I do. My main goal in life is to become a wildlife veterinarian and specialize in marine mammals. So this has been such an amazing opportunity and has given me a great head start on my future. And I can't wait for all the new things that I get to learn.
I'm Allison Nagel with Sustainable Solano. We're a nonprofit grassroots organization here in Solano County. And when we were looking for where to pilot our high school caretakers internship program, we were excited to learn about Liberty High School's Learning Through Interest program. Through working with Liberty, we've been able to bring the internship programs to students where they've learned in the classroom about whole systems thinking, sustainable landscaping, permaculture, and even the nuts and bolts of things like gray water systems. But they also had a chance for hands-on experience, and through their hard work, they converted a front lawn in Benicia into an edible, water-wise landscape. They built those hard skills of working on that, as well as some softer skills, such as how to work with a client for a design. It was very exciting to see how the students were sharing some of the things that they learned. We had parents and mentors stop by the site so they could see some of the things the students were doing and then they had been hearing about. We hope that that sharing of knowledge is something that will continue, that the students will take what they've learned through the program, both in choices within their personal lives, choices for future education and careers, as well as what they do as future community leaders. And we look forward to seeing what these students do going forward.
My name is Kimberly Lewis, and I'm the principal at Liberty High School. I want to thank first Benicia Unified School District and Dr. Young. They have been in support of this program since its inception. I want to thank the community and the mentors that are working side by side with our students. They have embraced them along their journey. I want to thank my teachers and my support staff. Without them, this would never have happened. And I want to thank my students. I want to honor them and encourage them to continue to find their voice and be their self-advocates. So on behalf of Liberty High School, we thank you for this award.